Hello, my name is Chris Hurt. I'm an agricultural economist at Purdue University. Well, we've had another great production year out on the farms of America, and that great production year means we have a lot of abundance of food this year, and that's really going to help keep food prices modest. As we look at grocery store prices, we're really looking for grocery store prices this Thanksgiving to only be up on an average of 0 to 1% from last year. Very low inflation rate. There'll be some difference by categories of foods, obviously, but as we think about fruits and vegetables, it looks like those will be up around 1% this year, and some other categories probably close to unchanged. We see the cereals and bakery products category, that's not much change this year. Also the milk and dairy products, the whole list in the dairy case, not much change in price this year from a year ago, as well as sugar and the sweeteners look like we're going to be very much unchanged. Now, there's a couple of Thanksgiving foods that we really do like to focus on, and one of those is pumpkin pie. As we look at the pumpkin crop this year, particularly the pumpkins for processing, what we hear the reports suggesting is that the yields were above average this year. So more than likely, that's going to keep us very close to unchanged in that whole sweets category related to pumpkin pie. And of course, there's turkey, often the center of the table item for our Thanksgiving meal. In turkey this year, we have abundant production of crops. This means low prices of feed, and so turkey production is up this year. More turkeys mean we'll probably see prices in the grocery store down 2 to 4%. Now, I think we all recognize turkey is often used as a loss leader in grocery stores, and so you may find some very good bargains on turkey where they're really promoting more store traffic and featuring turkey as very low prices. This year we also didn't have perfect weather everywhere. We had two very major hurricanes in Texas and Florida, and those are major food production states. But as we look at the impact of those two hurricanes on food production and cost, we think it's going to be very modest this year. Why is that? As we look at Texas, most of the fruits and vegetables in Texas come out of the Rio Grande Valley. That's on the south and the west side of Texas. And of course, the flooding was more on the east side of Texas. So just not in a location where the flooding caused major food losses. In Florida, it turns out the timing was very important. Now there is and was major damage to the citrus crop, but in terms of the vegetable crops, they were not at a critical period, so we don't think there's going to be a lot of impact there. Now, while we're talking about food purchased in the grocery store, at unchanged to 1% higher this year for a Thanksgiving meal, that won't be the case if we're eating away from home at restaurants, or if we're buying highly prepared foods that are ready to set on the table at home. There we're going to see price increases more in the range of 2 to 3%. But overall, another abundant harvest we have for Thanksgiving this year. And again, we can count our blessings for having an abundant food supply, and this year at very modest cost increases.